This is video 22 of 101. This video is about superfoods. You may have heard the term superfoods thrown around a lot in the media today, especially in health magazines. We're always seeing the newest superfood, like kale was a huge thing for a while. There's definitely something wrong with this media interpretation because it's making it sound like these foods are brand new and we've just discovered kale, but all these foods that we're toting as superfoods or the new healthiest superfood, they've been around for thousands of years already. We're just now bringing it media attention. So before I talk about superfoods and what they actually are and how you can utilize them in a healthy diet, I just want to say that they do have benefits, but they're not a magical cure-all that, sometimes the media kind of makes it sound like, oh, it'll help you reduce your cholesterol and it'll help with any kind of disease, making people think that, oh, okay, I can continue eating my standard American diet, include some superfoods into my diet, and I'll be fine. It doesn't work that way. A lot of the medical claims say it may help with this, it may help. They don't say it will. They use the word may, because it really depends on what your diet is already. It's not like medicine. It's not like it can combat and fight something else. It's only here to help you heal when you're already in the intention and the mindset of healing. If you want to get the benefits of these superfoods, you have to cut out the standard American diet, which is, the heavy processed trans fats, salt, sugar, all those kind of foods there. If you can cut those out, then the superfoods can help you heal and recover your body from the damage that those foods have caused. Superfoods today in the media are these tropical or rare plants that grow, in very biodiverse environments that have very high nutrient content. There's various uses for them. The tablet forms are really great for, just taking them orally, because sometimes that powder form doesn't taste the best, especially if it's like basically a plant ground up with nothing else in it. It may not be the best tasting. So the tablets are a really great way to get that right into your body. But as well, there are other various forms, and usually you'll find them in a powder form or a dried form. Like goji berries are usually dried, or acai berries are usually dried. So a couple things you can do with this. I love using them in smoothies, so just taking like a nice big tablespoon, plopping them in my smoothies, using them in baking, even using like the dried berries in cookies and various snacks, trail mixes. That's always can be very delicious. Goji berries and acai berries are actually delicious like on their own as well. So they're nice and sweet, they're not too bitter. Those are good to enjoy. I'm going to just talk about a couple different varieties of superfoods that you're probably already familiar with, but I'm just going to dive into some of the nutrient values behind them. Cacao is something we've probably all heard about before. Cacao is amazing. It is the basis of what chocolate is made out of, and the raw cacao powder is actually extremely nutrient dense. It has lots of healthy fats, it's high in protein, it's high in lots of minerals like iron, copper, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, zinc, pretty much all the nutrients, all the minerals that you want in your body you can find in cacao powder. And it's great news because chocolate is your weakness, and chocolate was my weakness for a long time too. It was so hard because you'd go to a store and you'd see a chocolate bar and you really want that chocolate, but you don't want everything else that's in that chocolate bar. So my happy medium that I found was creating chocolate-based items in my own kitchen with pure cacao powder, and then just sweetening them and creating it into my own concoction that didn't have any of those chemicals or milk ingredients or whatever else is in those chocolate bars there. A really great recipe that I know is it's a 1/4 cup of cacao powder, about 1 avocado, and then whatever sweetener you like to use. I know sometimes stevia and cacao can kind of bring out the bitterness in each other, so I wouldn't recommend stevia, even though it is a really great sweetener in other things. But for this, you might want to try maple syrup sweetening, or even agave if you have it, maybe a little bit of cinnamon. And then just mix it up, and it makes the most amazing, delicious mousse. And then you can kind of use this in varieties of ways as well, using it as like an icing. So there's lots of different really cool cacao recipes that I'm going to link down below. Another one that's really awesome is maca. This one doesn't taste super good, so I always like to just add it into smoothies or just throw it into some kind of baking. It's extremely high in antioxidants. It's also extremely high in vitamin C and lots of B vitamins like B6 and niacin. Also high in minerals like iron and potassium. Some other really great superfoods are any kind of seaweeds like spirulina. They have lots of antioxidants, lots of cancer-fighting properties. And the two others that I mentioned earlier, goji berries, which are dried berries. They originate in China. They've been around for thousands of years, used in many, many medicinal practices. And then also acai berries, which can be used, I know now is a trendy like acai bowl where you're kind of making it into like a nice smoothie bowl. Those are delicious. Acai, again, really high in antioxidants, lots of nutrients and minerals in there. All the full nutrient descriptions will be down below. Overall, superfoods are a great addition to any kind of healthy diet, especially a diet that's transitioning to a healthier diet. If you want to reap the benefits of superfoods and all of their nutrients, you have to make sure that you're putting them into an environment that isn't struggling. And so an environment that is struggling would be taking a McDonald's cheeseburger and eating it. Your environment is now struggling to process that food. So if you're continually eating these foods, the superfoods, it's not going to help anyway. It's going to maybe try to combat it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's no match for eliminating or destroying that or fighting that toxin. The only thing it can do is help your body repair afterwards. And so the best way, if you want to help your body repair the fastest, is to stop breaking it down, to stop putting toxins in. Sometimes it's hard to see the insides of our body the same way we see the outsides of our body. So let's do an example. Let's say I broke my arm here and I got a cast put on my arm. That cast is going to help my arm heal. But if every morning when I wake up I whack my arm on the wall and try to break it again, that cast can't defend that practice. It can only help to heal afterwards. And so that's the same thing with superfoods. They can help your body heal, but they can't defend your body against the things you're putting into it. For instance, if someone has heartburn because they're eating a lot of cheeseburgers and they go to their doctor and the doctor says, here's some heartburn medication. And it's essentially just allowing you to continue to eat your cheeseburgers, taking these pills so you don't feel that side effect. Superfoods are not going to help you not feel that side effect. It's not really going to do anything for you if you're still ingesting all those cheeseburgers. It can only help you heal once you've stopped eating those cheeseburgers. Just a note about cost, because I know going out and buying those powders can definitely be very expensive. So what I like to do is do my research, find out what are the superfoods that I'm going to utilize most. I definitely have cacao, I have spirulina, I have goji berries, and maca powder as well, but I don't eat these every single day. Essentially what you're going to do is you just invest in that one package. It may last you up to 6 months if you're storing it properly, and storing it properly is in a light and airtight place. Then just using little bits over time. You know, using a teaspoon in your baking, using a scoop in your smoothies, finding different ways and different recipes to utilize them. And just know that that investment is not going to be something you're going to have to do every single month. It's something you buy once, you use it for a bunch of months, and you know that cost per use is really getting down there because every scoop is equal to one smoothie, and you could probably get a good 100 smoothies out of each package that you're buying for maybe $25 average. You know, they can go from $15 to $40 depending on what it is, depending on the quantity. When you're going into these superfoods and you're already going to be paying that money, I recommend just trying to go for the most, you know, organic, pure ones possible, because you know, since you're already buying the superfood, you already want that great nutrient content. You might as well just pay a few extra dollars to get it in the best form possible. The superfoods are usually going to be in probably like the baking section, or even if there's like a health section. Like I know in Whole Foods here, if you go to their like beauty and makeup and pharmaceutical section, you'll see the superfoods here because they are treated as kind of a medicinal property. But like I said, it's not going to fight your cheeseburgers. It's just going to help you heal after the cheeseburgers have been eliminated.